So, today's a little different. I haven't actually spun yet. It's day 29, and I weighed in this morning, and I weighed in at 218.2 pounds. So that was a loss of 3.4 pounds for the week, and it puts us down 11.4 in the past 4 weeks. So that's great. We lost 11.4 pounds since we started, and that was during the holiday season. So, like I said, I don't think I've ever lost weight during the holiday season. So great results. Very happy about that. And today I'm going to actually get on the bike. So I'm going to record, or at least try to record and kind of show certain aspects of the class. Maybe the touchscreen monitor, kind of some of the options. And we're going to do an on-demand class since it's in the evening here. There are no live classes running right now. But that also helps because we can pause the class, maybe get off the bike, adjust the camera angle. Because I'm not going to record a whole class. I mean, that's 45 minutes. So another benefit too is every video I've ever shot is in one continuous shot, and it's very easy for me to edit. So this will also get me to learn a little bit more about Adobe, how to actually combine multiple clips into the same video. So so that's positive. So anyway, let me stop this, and then I'll kind of show you the bike. So this is the screen. I know you can't really see me in the shot, but this is the screen, and I don't know how well this is going to come out in the video, but you can see here the next live class is at 6:30 a.m. my time, which will be tomorrow morning in 11 hours. So, but you have this featured on-demand section, and these are all the different classes you can watch, and I mean, I think you can watch all of them, but they're usually the most popular ones are listed first. So you can see, for example, a new on-demand, they had a Bieber versus Usher. So sometimes they'll do that where they pick certain music and you know, people ride to it. One thing that's cool is if I click on my account, so I'm 365 Spin, and I go to my profile, it shows that I have 32 lifetime rides, which isn't completely accurate because, you know, I've done 28 days in a row, and I did a couple twice a day. But like if you log into a class, like I remember in my third video, I joined a class. It counted that as a class even though I didn't actually do anything in that class. But you can see they give you little achievement badges. So up here, there's I've gotten 3 rides in a row, and I've gotten 27 of those badges. 7 rides in a row, I've gotten 24. I mean, I just keep getting them every day because I do a ride every day. I got 25 for completing my first 25 rides. I got a badge, you know, the output ones. What I like about this, though, is what's cool is it logs all the data from every ride. So over here on the right-hand side shows every ride I've done. So, you know, Friday, January 8th, Thursday, January 7th, and so on and so forth. And you can actually go into each class. So, for example, if we click on January 8th, so that was Nicole's class. So, it shows you not only my output during the class, I don't know if you can make that out, it shows you can click on your cadence, so it'll show you, you know, the speed at which you're pedaling throughout the class, the resistance you had on your bike during the class, your speed, your calories, right? Your heart rate. So that was my heart rate, which you can see it's I've crossed above 150 for most of the class, and I was probably around like the 160s through the majority of the class. You can see here I got that 429 kilojoules, and this guy Pittsburgh dude beat me by 1 and got 430. He and I were kind of trading. He did overtake me at the end. But I can go all the way up, and I can look at, I mean, there's someone who got 952 kilojoules, was the number 1 person in the class. Again, I don't know if you can kind of see all this, but if I click on that person's name, I can see they didn't wear their heart monitor, so I can't see that. But I mean, I can look at their resistance, right? So what resistance were they biking at throughout the class, and you can see, you can kind of compare it to your own. What was their average speed, you know? So, you know, their average cadence was 85, right? And their average resistance was 63%. Now, if we were to compare that to mine, right, because they did obviously do way better than I did. So let's go back to my name. So 63% with an 85 cadence, we can see that my resistance is 53. So they had 10% more resistance throughout the bike for the class than I did. And my average cadence is 72, where theirs was 85. So they're pedaling. It's kind of interesting to note that really just pedaling a little bit faster with a little bit more resistance jumps your output greatly. So it doesn't take huge changes to, you know, push yourself harder. So if I can gradually improve this cadence a little bit, and I can gradually add a little more resistance, you know, you're going to see better results. So anyway, but I can follow this person. I mean, what's cool is I can go ahead and say, wow, I want to, you know, follow this person in every class they're in. And so I can click on them and go back to them, and I can see every ride they've done, and I can decide to follow them if I click on their name. And so they've done 30 lifetime rides. I mean, their image is them on a bike, so maybe they're, you know, a professional biker. They have 10 people following them, and they're following 3 people. And so, I mean, I can go ahead and just say, you know, I want to follow this person, right? So now it'll let me know when they're in my class. It's kind of a cool way to just interact with other people. That guy Kirk the other day that I barely beat by 1 kilojoule, I'm now following him, and so I'll show you. And then he follows me. He actually added me as well. So, you know, it was kind of a nice friendly competition. I think it's really a great way to keep you motivated and expand your network, and it's a great social aspect to this that's awesome. So anyway, I'm going to join a class here. So let's go back and do an on-demand class. All right, let's view all. So we're going to look at all the on-demand classes. So they have all the different coaches, so you can pick which coach you want to ride to. I always like it when there's a live DJ in the class. I always think those are more fun. So one thing is, if you click on one with number 1 on it, means I know that this is a class that someone I'm following took. So one of the people that I'm a friend with or whatever, they took that class, so I can kind of compare myself to them. But let's go ahead and look for, so here's Stephen Little. He has a live DJ. It was yesterday at 2:45. So we'll click on that. So they kind of tell you the average user gave it an 8.4 difficulty. 96.5% of the people gave it a thumbs up, and there are 210 people have taken this class from yesterday. I see no reason why not to just go ahead and take it. So, you know what? We'll go ahead and hit play. So right now we have the leaderboard here on the right, and obviously everyone's at 0 basically to start, and we can go ahead and hit start now. And so right out the gate it's a little blurry because, you know, it buffers a little bit, it'll pick up.
Everyone feels like they're supposed to be able to do every interval.
Okay, so now it's clear.
Yeah, not everyone.
And so
you guys got phones?
let me go ahead and kind of join the class. So the class just ended, and we did our stretching, and I took it a little easier than I normally do. I got only 383 output. Recently I've been getting in the 400s, usually like 410 to 435, but I just really wasn't feeling it. My legs are pretty tired. So let's it's good to just kind of get through it. And we've done 29 days in a row, and we're down 11.4 pounds in 4 weeks, which is awesome. So we're going to continue on this journey, and you know, I hope you have a better understanding of kind of the interactive capabilities of this bike. It's really cool. I love that it actually has all your classes recorded too, and all your output and everything. So you kind of just have this way to go back and see how much improvement you've made. I mean, it'd be kind of nice when you hit a year and you have 365 rides to look back at, and you really kind of can just track how much stronger your legs are, how much higher resistance you've been doing, how much faster cadence. Kind of look at your interval training and see if there's a way to optimize it. So I just think that's really cool. I mean, I love extra data. So the more data, the better, in my opinion. And the heart rate monitor, I mean, you can see if your heart rate's been dropping, how much harder you have to push it to raise your heart rate. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this data, and so that kind of excites me as well. So anyway, I hope you kind of have a good idea of how this works, and hopefully this video comes together all right. I'm going to go and work with Adobe, figure out how to splice multiple clips together. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.